Feels like I'm standing the timeless dream of light mists with pale ambrose. Feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly scent. Touch
Yeah, mine are like so short. Do a little edge there. Oh yeah, angle your face. Look out towards the light. Take your pelvis out. Yeah. Oh! Yay! I need to do some pose ones.
Yeah, mine are pretty cute, so I would love to.
I'll do one trick. You want to do which one? Because whoever's doing is her little baby. Handed, love it. Are you able to get kind of knee-ish or one knee down? Just so that it doesn't look like you're sweating. It happens with every bridesmaid, so I'm sorry. Just sweating over here. That is a little warm in here. Okay, which thing you do? Whichever one the Indian's on.
Oh, the third one from the back. Or the third one.
Yeah, that side. Aww. We'll quickly shot. Yeah. It's a little awkward. Just don't go down too, because I watched you. I couldn't see you. Okay. Yeah, so you can look down. But yeah, it's like that. And just think of Bryton. Just think, it is amazing. They're so tired. Don't linger too long, okay? You're about to be married. I never know when too high up. I'm like, don't let it go. That's good. Yay! So cute. Awesome. Earrings. Yeah. If I can find the whole way. Do you need it? Do you want to look in the mirror and just fake it after? I'll put it in for you. The problem is I have two of them. One is two piercings. One has closed up. Does it hurt? I don't want to hurt you. Okay. You have the full like 4 minutes. I'm just gonna do one so it's on. So this side. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't be emotional. No, because you can't cry. You can cry. But that's what extra tissues.
Meagan, my love, my queen, my babe, my cutie pie, my dear, and most of all, my dear, spelled a different way. We're finally here, the day you thought would never come, the day we've waited so long for since we first got engaged, the day I'll call the best day of my life, always and forever. You've always said that you knew I could be the one from the moment you first saw me. I've never been one to believe in love at first sight, but I have grown to love you more than you could ever know. From binging shows on the couch and dinner dates to cuddles and kisses, there's so much I look forward to sharing with you for the rest of our lives. Even before I loved you, I was on Team Fierce. I admired your intelligence, independence, and caring personality, managing Camp Kesson planning while obtaining multiple bachelor's degrees and even babysitting a flying rat. Your cookie making skills still need some work, but you've come a long way since then. Back then we were just friends and camp partners. I did not realize just how special you are and how much you would come to mean to me. Seeing you now and spending time with you warms my heart. I am genuine when I say that I find you more beautiful every day. Your rosy cheeks, cute lips, and gorgeous blue eyes have captured every bit of my love and affection. I never feel more happy and at home than when we are snuggled together. You truly complete me. Sorry. Never before has anyone melted my heart the way you have. I've considered myself to be laid back and even a bit callous, but I can honestly say that you've instilled sensitivity into me. It didn't happen because of some rule you made up or constant nagging me to act a certain way. It happened because you made me want to. You made me want to be a better, more gentle man toward you. And that is why I love you. You inspire me to be the best version of myself. Watching your efforts and successes encourages me to want to improve. I love hearing the positive stories of your experience with your patients and the kind words and praises they give you for not just doing your job, but going above and beyond because you care. Meagan, I vow to be more patient and understanding. I vow to be more proactive in our relationship, working to not let unhappiness loom over us. I vow to be better about closing cabinet doors and hugging the sheets less. I vow to give more back massages and tickles. I vow to always cherish and love you. And your long stories about your crazy dreams. I vow to get you to Disney World soon. You are the life of my life. I can't imagine spending another day not being your husband. Love, Bryton.
Those days of warm rains come rushing back to me. Miles of windless summer nights, secret moments shared in the heat of the afternoon.
Who presents this talented and lovely woman in marriage?
I do. Take good care of myself.
Okay. Look like you're happy. Everybody be seated, please. Before we start, Bryton and Meagan ask that you, if you do not turn off your cell phones, at least put them on silent. Now let us remember that a wedding ceremony is an outward form. To be true, it must be a symbol of something inner and real. A sacred personal union which nature might mirror, a church declare holy, or a state make legal, but which only love and personal union which only love and mutual fidelity can fulfill. Lord, behold our families here assembled. We thank you for this wonderful place in which we dwell, for the love that unites us this and every day, for the peace accorded us, for the hope with which we expect tomorrow, for the health, the work, the food, and the bright skies that make our lives delightful, and for our friends from all parts of the earth. Now in your program it says the next thing is reading, followed by a homily, which puts me in a real conundrum because we don't have a reading, and that means I've got liberty to give the longest, most boring, pointless speech ever written. But instead, I'm going to rephrase the letter of Paul to the people at Corinth and address it directly to Bryton and Meagan. You must be patient. You must be kind. You must never be jealous. You must never put on airs. You must never be rude or snobbish. You must never be self-seeking. You must never be prone to anger. You must never brood over injuries, real or imagined. You must never rejoice in what is wrong, but rejoice always and only with the truth. There must be no limit to your forbearance, to your trust, to your hope, and to your power to endure. Then, and only then, if you do these things, will your marriage reflect the great joy of your lives and of salvation. We're gathered here to witness the joining of Meagan and Bryton in matrimony. Marriage is an honorable estate and should not be entered into lightly or inadvisedly, but discreetly and with true love. Remember that love and loyalty are the foundation upon which your happy home is about to be built. If you keep the vows which you are about to make, and if you endeavor to lead honorable and glorious lives, the home you are about to establish will abide in peace, and your marriage will be wonderful. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, little things are big things. It is remembering to say I love you at least once each day. It is never going to sleep angry with each other. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the whole world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in both your families. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and then to truly forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow, and it is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is becoming the right partner. Meagan and Bryton, you have come here together before your family and friends, so your love may be sealed in the presence of God's church. In this way, you'll be strengthened to keep mutual and lasting faith with each other and to carry out the duties and joys of marriage. And so, in the presence of the church here assembled, I ask you to state your intentions. There are 3 questions. The answers are yes. Meagan and Bryton, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
Yes.
Will you love and honor each other as husband and wife for the rest of your lives?
Yes.
Will you accept each other's families lovingly from God as the greatest of gifts?
Yes.
Since it is your intention to enter into marriage with your hands joined, declare your consent before God and His church. Now you say, looking at her, I, Bryton.
I, Bryton,
Take you, Meagan.
take you, Megan,
to be my partner in life.
to be my partner in life.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
I will trust you,
I will trust you,
and I will honor you.
and I will honor you.
I will love you faithfully
I will love you faithfully
through the best and the worst,
through the best and the worst,
through the difficult and easy.
through the difficult and easy.
Come what may,
Come what may,
I will always
I will always
be in the moment
be in the moment
with you,
with you,
as I've given you
as I have given you
my hand to hold.
my hand to hold.
So I give you my heart.
So I give you my heart.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Meagan,
Take you, Bryton,
take you, Bryton,
to be my partner in life.
to be my partner in life.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
I will trust you
I will trust you
and honor you.
and honor you.
I will love you faithfully
I will love you faithfully
through the best and the worst,
through the best and the worst,
through the difficult and the easy.
through the difficult and the easy.
Come what may,
Come what may,
I will always
I will always be in the moment
with you,
with you.
as I've given you my hand to hold.
As I have given you my hand to hold,
So I give you my love.
so I give you my love.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You have declared your consent before the church. May the Lord in his goodness strengthen your consent and fill you both with happiness. Lord, bless these rings which we bless in your name. Grant that those who wear them may always live together in peace and in happiness.
Megan,
Take this ring
take this ring
as a sign
as a sign
of my love
of my love
and a symbol
and a symbol
of my fidelity.
of my fidelity.
Bryton,
Take this ring
take this ring
as a sign
as a sign
of my love
of my love
and a symbol
and a symbol
of my fidelity.
of my fidelity.
Now we're about to stand and say the Lord's Prayer together. Some of you may have a longer version than others of us. If you do, just keep on going. Some of you may hold hands or assume various postures. Please do if that is your custom. The only thing not acceptable is standing and joining with the newly married couple. So please stand. Can you guys just scream out Our Father? Hopefully somebody will follow you. Our Father. Go.
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Now, regular churchgoers know you cannot end a religious ceremony without announcements. The first announcement, unless you have been specifically asked to stay here for pictures, and let's face it, that's pretty much none of you. All the rest of you are to go to that building next door. The second announcement, you are to remember, weddings are not just happy occasions, they are joyous occasions. So you are hereby commanded, eat, drink, laugh, dance, make a joyful noise. Third, I cut in the barn line. As the ring is just a symbol of your marriage, symbolic of the fact that you have this day pledged yourself to each other in marriage, and as the ring is a perfect circle without end, it is the wish and hope of all here present that your marriage will be perfect and without end. And may Almighty God bless each of us, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And it is now with great joy that we accept you, Bryton and Meagan, as a new, independent family in our community and pronounce you husband and wife. So you kiss her.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, baby. Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Oh, baby, there
ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
to keep me from getting to you, baby. Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain, or winter.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist.
We have our next couple this evening. Let's give it up for Alan Neal and Mr. O'Banion Williams.
It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat, got all them boys cook. Went from dollar bills, now we poppin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, Teresa Whitman and Mr. Brandon Cole.
Pressing on the ground like, hey. Hit that Lil Jon, okay, okay. Oh yeah, we drippin' and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, our man of honor, Joshua Olmos, and our best man, Mr. Cody Parkman.
So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change.
This is a part where I need everybody to sing. Give a big round of applause for our bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs.
All your
Chow.
measurements shows you down on sight. That's right.
I can't hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the energy. If we can have everybody please take their seats. Without further ado, our beautiful bride and groom, they'll share their first dance. Let's give them a nice round of applause, please.
I'm standing on a timeless dream of light mists, of pale ambrose. Feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly scent. Touching, discovering.
the cutest thing ever. Oh my God. Wow. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, our father of the bride, Mr. Andrew, is going to say a few words this evening. Let's give this handsome gentleman a nice round of applause.
Hello. Oh, mic's working. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome all of you to Meagan and Bryton's wedding. All you, Meagan and Bryton's family and friends, to help us celebrate this very special wedding day. I would also like to thank everyone who helped Meagan plan and create such a beautiful wedding today. I'm a crier. I'm done. Okay, so I'm Andy Giles, Meagan's dad, father of the bride. I'd like to introduce to you Miko and Yolanda. Where are they sitting? There you go. All right, there you go. Obviously, everyone knows Bryton's dad, mom. I'd like to welcome everyone to our new family. So my little girl is getting married. Obviously, this is a very special time out of a life filled with special times for both of us. And I know that it would be even more special if her mom, Lori, could have been here to see her in all of her splendor and to help her with the wedding plans. But we know she has been with her all along in spirit and is here now watching from above. Okay, I'll get through it. Bear with me. So how do I put in mere words about my absolute love for Meagan these past 25 years? I remember one of the greatest fears that her mom and I had when we decided to start our family was how we would do as parents. From the very first day we brought her home, we looked at each other and said, oh, what do we do now? What does the book say? The one thing we knew was to pray a lot, put our lives in God's hands, and spend as much time as we could to be involved in her life, helping with homework, class projects, volunteering at school, going to Indian princess meetings, gymnastics, piano lessons, recitals, attending, videotaping her dance competitions, and drill team halftime shows. Right or wrong, good or bad, and in spite of ourselves, I'm relieved and so very proud that Meagan's become the young woman we hoped and prayed for. Okay, I'm getting through it. Thinking back, there was always something special about Meagan. I would like to think it started when I decided to spell her name with an A. M-E-A-G-A-N, rather than the more popular at the time, M-E-G-A-N. I wanted her to stand out, to be different, to be independent, to be smart, exceptional. I know it didn't matter how we spelled her name, but she was destined to be and has become all that and so much more. Of course, part of growing up was dealing with dating and meeting her boyfriends. I know that she had to go through a few frogs to find a prince in Bryton. I tended not to get overly involved either way with most of them because I knew that Meagan was in full control. And anybody knows Meagan, she's always in full control of any relationship. When I first met Bryton, I was immediately impressed. He had poise, confidence, maturity. Perhaps some of it had to do with the fact that he understood what I did and we could talk technical stuff without being geeky. And of course, being a fellow Aggie was a huge plus. Whoop! And of course, then after meeting his parents, Miko and Yolanda, I understood why Bryton is the young man that he is. They raised him as we raised Meagan. And I knew that he would be the right one to take care of my little girl. And would love and take care of her. Okay? Okay. When he asked me for Meagan's hand in marriage, all I asked was that he and Meagan live their lives as a couple in faith, because that will bind them together during their inevitable difficult times in life. I pray every day and give them my blessing that they have a long and very happy life together. So I know we don't have the champagne out yet, but let's raise our glasses of water and toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Bryton Choates, Bryton and Meagan. Okay, I did it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Job well done. Well done.
kind of just hit it off from there. I'd say the biggest reason is because we're both huge nerds. Bryton always tried to hide it by being athletic and social, but I know at true heart he's just a big nerd, just like me. It's always how we hit it off. But yeah, me and Bryton, we were inseparable for the 3 years he lived in Washington. And we would hang out every weekend. We'd hang out at school. His parents were always very gracious and put up with us every weekend. And then Bryton moved away after 10th grade. And from there, we always kept in touch. We would call on the phone. We played games together. However we could, we would always just do the best we could to stay in touch. And for years, we didn't really see each other too much. We'd fly out maybe once a year. We'd visit. And then at some point, he started dating Meagan. We would talk every once in a while, but I didn't really meet her until just a couple years ago. She surprised him for his birthday, and she flew out with him to Washington. And that was the first time I got to meet her in person. And Meagan was very kind. It was very nice to get to know her. And so then being in Washington for the first time, I thought that it would be nice to give Meagan a bit of the Pacific Northwest experience. We all went out hiking together. And this was March, and it being Washington, it was about 30 degrees out. We had a long and freezing hike, about 4 miles. And we were roughing it through the snow, through the ice for a while. And just a quick note, I'd like to point out that I did beat Bryton up on the hike. He was always very aware that he was the more athletic one and everything in high school, but I completely smoked him on the hike. And I know he never admitted it, but he knew what happened. But so we finished this hike, and we had a beautiful view looking over the Puget Sound, looking over Seattle, over Bellevue. You could see miles in every direction. And the point of going out here was Bryton wanted to surprise Meagan and propose to her with a beautiful view. But unfortunately, right before he could propose, he had the ring out and everything. We were getting ready to do it. And another couple at the summit beat us to it by about 5 seconds. Had to sneak the ring back in, walk down. But luckily we had plan B. We went out in Seattle. We went to a beautiful park. I'm sure you've all seen the pictures. We had Space Needle in the background. We had the sound. And I got to witness Bryton propose to Meagan there. I was very happy to be a part of that moment. And then I got to fly out to Texas, and I got to stay with Bryton and Meagan and spend more time with her. And I'd like to say Meagan, it's been very nice getting to know you, getting to see you with Bryton. You two are a wonderful couple. You make a great team together. And I've known Bryton for a long time, and I could tell that when he was with you, he was very happy. I could tell he was truly in love, even if he would never admit it to me in quite those words. But Meagan, you're a wonderful person. I'm very, very happy that you're the one that ended up with Bryton. I couldn't choose a more lovely or more beautiful wife and life partner for Bryton. So it's been a wonderful experience getting to see you two come together. And I'd just like to say that you two, Bryton, you're my best friend. I've known you for over 10 years now. And getting to know you through school, getting to watch you go through college, getting to watch you been married, it's been great being your friend. And all that being said, I'd like you all to join me in raising a glass to the newlywed couple. I hope you share a very long and a very loving marriage together. And I hope you have very long years of happiness together. To Bryton and Meagan.
So I wanted to start with saying thank you for all being here. It's been beautiful seeing the support for Meagan and Bryton. Knowing everyone here is just for them. So I've known Meagan for almost 8 years. We are one of the most unlikely friendships to come out of our 4 years at A&M. But somehow she trusted me against the advice of her mom. She got in the car with me that night after an A&M event, and she said, "All right, let's go get dinner." She didn't eat. Over the years, we've grown together and have been there for each other through some hard times and tough decisions. But we've always been close. So much so that I know all of her fast food orders. Turkey and cheese sandwich, cheeseburger with ketchup and mustard only, soft tacos, beef and cheese only, and never a single vegetable. Trust me, I've tried. Relationships came and went, and no one ever really understood what it's like to love Meagan. She's fiercely independent, but when she needs someone, she needs someone. During one of the first serious conversations between them, Bryton mentioned how much he loved her independence. He even made a Beyonce reference. He got it from the get-go. Over the years, I've seen these two fall in love, from petty arguments about working out in the morning to funny nights in onesies that I would be way too embarrassed to share with the public. These two have it figured out. They've figured out how to be independent together. Over the years, the other bridesmaids and I have always been there when she needed something, and now it's your turn. Going forward, I can only offer my advice to you, Bryton. Love her even when you hate her. Be patient when she's being incredibly stubborn in an argument. Humor her when she has crazy ideas. Trust me, there are plenty. Keep her motivated to be the best person she can be. And remember her food orders. And hopefully, you'll be more successful than I have been in getting her to eat her vegetables. I love you both, and I'm so glad to be your best friend and see this kind of love. Thank you all. So, with that, let's have a good-ass party. Let's all dance for the rest of the night. I know I've seen Miko already start. And Andy, I bet you're gonna get going. And a couple glasses of a couple drinks. We'll get going. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, without further ado, we're going to have our father-daughter dance.
And I turned around and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Take my love, take it down. Climb a mountain and turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide bring it down. Oh, the landslide bring it down.
Let's give him another hand, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. And of course, Bryton's going to be dancing with his mother this evening. Doesn't she look gorgeous? Make some noise. Come on, guys.
You taught me everything and everything you've given me. I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't feel right. there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be, you will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, mama, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you, mama. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. Yes, it is. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And let's give him another hand, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Well done. You heard what Josh said. Let's go ahead and start dancing. Start drinking. I need everybody to report to the dance floor. Let's go.
Oh yeah, ya me está gustando más de lo normal. Hasta provocar tus gritos y que olvides tu apellido. Si te pido un beso, ven.
Ridiculous. In the club looking so conspicuous.
You're so crazy in the hush, got me looking so crazy in the hush. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight.
Los tiene fuerte bailando y se baila así. Y es que esa belleza es un rompecabezas, pero para montarlo aquí tengo la pieza. Quiero respirar tu cuello.
Ladies and gentlemen,
bras and thongs. Timber. Face down, booty up. Timber. That's the way we like it.
Yeah, I want it. I stunt yellow, want it. I dream it, I work hard.
Seesaw swinging with the boys in tune, and the feet are flying up in the air. Singing, hey, diddle, diddle with the titty in the middle, and they swinging like it just don't care. So
You can fly if you don't cut loose, put it loose.
who's ready to go to Red Lobster tonight?
Killing the game, not to catch a body. Past the heartbeat, Dookie on the Ducati. Timberland, Cadillac, Scott Storch, Burbank, yo. Man, everybody got Bugattis, but I'ma keep it hella 1987. Heading to the dealership and drop a stack and cop a Kawasaki. I'm stunning on everybody. Have a rock, pass a wasabi. I'm so low on my cojones, I'm all shagging on the concrete. My serious leather, I ride a line, it's play. But girl, you can still ride again. You don't need a Uber, you don't need a cab. Forget a bus pass, you got a moped, man. She got 1988, Mariah Carey hair. Very rare, Ramsey's on a derriere. Throwing up the west side, Victoria in the air. Stop by Pike Place, throw a bitch to a line. Downtown, let's go!
Where you at, Carol? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Charlie, how your angels get down like that?
You want to take your jacket off, stretch it out? You good? Oh, shit! Woo! It's about to be a good honeymoon tonight. Wait. Hold up. Wait. What? Oh, no. He's got it! That's a gentleman right there. Single fellas, I need you on the dance floor. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is.